Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing? It's January 7th, and it's currently Dolotime. Hi, everybody. I'm Andrew Soto. It's my first podcast. If you don't know me, my nickname's Dolo, and we're going to talk about some things on here, mostly sports. It's my favorite thing to talk about. I love sports. It's going to be a little bit of motivational, what I feel like is going through my mind, or what I think I should be said during the times that we're going through. I do want to talk about like the stuff that's going on, but mainly I don't want to, just because it's usually negative. The news is always negative, so I'm not going to talk about that all the time, because negative stuff here over and over and over again is not really good for us. So I talk about sports, and honestly, whatever comes to my mind, that's what I'm going to talk about. And so here we are. I got my first podcast. It's going to be a little bumpy. I'm going to learn, take advice, and it's gonna be fun. We're all gonna grow together. You're gonna see me from the first podcast to the next one, and then to the not the last one, but towards a couple years from now, you're like, dude, this dude made some leaps. Like, he's way better. So yeah, that's the goal. I've been wanting to do a podcast since probably last year. Honestly, I did, but I always told myself like I couldn't do it. I always put myself down. I said that, no, you can't do it. You won't do it. Like, why would you do that? Waste of time. And I was nervous, and I just put myself down so I wouldn't do it. So this year, actually, shout out my mom. I asked for a mic for Christmas to do podcasts. And she got it, and I got it on Christmas, and it's January 7th, and I barely started to do my podcast. So it just been sitting in the box, and I was just looking at it. And like, I should do it, and I was like, no, you can't do it. I was like, you just wasted your mom's money, and I just decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. What do I have to lose? Record myself, post it, and who cares? I don't care what people say. Who cares what people says? It may sound bad at first, but I'm gonna get better. So I told myself, who cares? And I started writing down ideas, jotting ideas down, thinking of the name Dolotime. Perfect. You're on my time now, so you're on Dolotime. Also, I mean, Dolotime to me is like your own time. I mean, they use Dolo as solo, like by yourself in a sense, so you're Dolotime. Like, so hopefully you might be driving, or you might be walking, or doing something on your own time, listening to me. So on your own time, on Dolotime, you're gonna be listening to me. So hopefully you get something out of it. My main goal is for you guys to learn something, or just get inspired to do anything. Doesn't have to be big. Doesn't have to be. Could be small. Whatever you guys want to do. Hopefully, I inspire you to do something. Like, hey, he did it. I could do it. Why can't I do it? You know. So that's my biggest goal. Is like to inspire somebody, or give someone courage. They had a down day and they listened to me, and they're like, hey, like, you know what? He actually made me feel better. And it could be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. It doesn't matter. As if it's one person, I'm happy. I'd be like, hey, I listened to your stuff, and you know what, dude, like, thanks, bro. Like, honestly, you made my day better. That's what I'm achieving for. That's what I want to do. It's nothing. I really just want to make people feel better about themselves, in a sense. Of course, I'm going to talk about sports, and I'm going to talk shit with my friends, get another mic, and hopefully you can see how me and my friends always argue. It's all love. Even though they might not think it's love, it's all love. I talk shit. It's never that serious. Life's too short to be, mad about something. So for sure, when I get my another mic, my first homie that's coming on, he already knows. I already told him. My first homie that I'm going to call out. Not really call out, but have on here. Just, D-Flow, the homie. Shout out D-Flow. I have to have him on here. I don't know. I guess for some reason, I know how to push his buttons. So we could push his buttons on live podcasting on my video or whatever. We're going to push his buttons. We're going to see how he reacts. We might get in a little altercation. No, not really. I'm just kidding. But he always says he wants to throw gloves on, but it's all love. So he's going to be my first person on the podcast. I already told him. So that should be special too. On Dolotime, the first guest will be D-Flow. So stay tuned. It'll be soon. Get another mic real quick, and then we'll run it. Probably talk about sports. He's a big Raider fan. Good dude. Has a big heart. So hopefully you guys tune in to see that episode. And so I'm going to talk about sports, motivational stuff. Honestly, my biggest thing is, if you want to do something, just do it. Don't wait for someone to tell you. Just do it. When you do it, if someone tries to bring you down, don't listen to them. honestly, just do you and do whatever you want to do. Don't care. Don't listen. Don't care. Like I said right now, and I'm messing up, but who cares? Just be you and do what you want to do. Life's too short to to think about what others have to say. Life's too short to not do stuff. Like, you don't want to die and like, or on your deathbed and regret not doing this little thing. Like, dang, I should have done this podcast, or dang, I should have made a YouTube channel of something, or dang, I should have done. You don't want to be on your deathbed saying, damn, I should have. You want to know that you did everything you wanted to do, and you did it. And sometimes some things may fail, sometimes some things may not go your way, but as long as you're doing it, hey, no one can say anything to you. You're doing it. You're living your life to the fullest. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. And then sports for sure. We got the NFL playoffs coming up real soon, Saturday and Sunday. So you already know I'm biased. I'm a Bucs fan. Shout out Tom Brady. He's got us to the playoffs. I mean, I'm not a Tom Brady fan, but hey, he took us to the playoffs. We haven't been since 2007, so I mean, it's kind of how the Laker fans hated LeBron. Come on, you Laker fans hated LeBron. Maybe there's 2 or 3 Laker fans that didn't hate LeBron, but you guys hated LeBron. How we all hated Tom Brady, but he joined your team, and then you kind of have to like him. You can't hate him no more. I don't want to say hate, but you kind of disliked him, I guess, because he was your rival or whatever. But having him on your team kind of shows you, like, damn, you appreciate this person. You didn't like him for all these years, and now you're like, okay, this dude is real deal. He's great. He's the GOAT. Like, people are saying he's the GOAT now. It's funny how, like, we didn't appreciate them, but now we have him on our team. Now we appreciate them. So that's my whole thing with Tom Brady. I mean, hopefully he gets us a ring. We'll be the first team to win at home. We're hosting the Super Bowl, so shoot. I think our biggest hump is we got to get over the Saints, man. The Saints own us 2 games this year, and it was embarrassing. We got spanked, but I mean, Drew Brees is not looking. He's looking kind of old. So I mean, hopefully we could take advantage of that. Michael Thomas has been hurt. I think Kamara should be fine by the time we should play him in the second round. So by then, the whole COVID thing, he'll probably be back. So we got to stop him. So I think that's our biggest. We got to get over the Saints. I feel like if we get over the Saints, then I think we could beat Green Bay. I think we could beat whoever else it is. We got the Seattle and Rams. I think Seattle's going to win. It could be a toss-up because they're a division team. You know how division teams play. They always play hard. They know how to play them. They play them twice a year. So I'm going to pick Seattle just because I don't hate the Rams, but I got 2 people that made me dislike them a lot. They were my second favorite team. But now it's like I can't really root for them. So hopefully Russell Wilson gets it done. Shout out Russell Wilson, man. He's a good dude, and hopefully he can do it, and who knows. And then we got the Bears Saints, of course. We already know who's going to win that. The Saints are going to win. The Bears, they don't know who's the quarterback, Trubisky or Nick Foles. I think it's Ben Trubisky. He's inconsistent, so you're going to see that probably for sure. Then we go to the AFC. You already know, if you know me, Lamar Jackson's my favorite football player. So hopefully they can get over the hump of the Tennessee Titans, because playoffs last year embarrassed them, and then this year they lost in overtime. Derrick Henry, if they don't stop Derrick Henry, they're not going to win. Plain and simple. If you don't stop Henry, you're not going to win. I mean, you want Tannehill to beat him. You want Tannehill to beat you, sorry. But I'll live with that. A.J. Brown's a baller, the receiver they got. Corey Davis is a baller. But, I mean, you'd rather have those guys beat you than Derrick Henry. I mean, Derrick Henry's dude's unstoppable. Fool's a freight train or something, man. Like, jeez. I mean, I couldn't imagine tackling him, but gotta do something, man. You gotta hold on to his legs or something, because you can't let this man beat you 3 times in 2 years or whatever it was. Can't let him do that. But, yeah, so hopefully I think that's the biggest. I think that for the Ravens is the biggest challenge, like for the Bucs is the Saints. So hopefully they could do that. Lamar Jackson's been playing. I mean, not even Lamar. The whole Ravens team has been playing good in December. Balling out. So hopefully they could do that. Beat them. Colts and Who's it called? Buffalo. I think Buffalo's gonna win because you don't know what Colts team you're gonna get. If you get Phil Rivers, Willen, and Dillon, then I think the Colts are almost. Nah, I'm not gonna say unbeatable, but they're pretty hard. That's a hard out right there for sure. That's a hard out. But you don't know what Phil you're gonna get. I think in the offseason they should try. I would say trade for Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I don't think the Houston Texans deserve that boy. Like, no way. He just wasted his years. Like J.J. Watt said, he said, sorry, man, we wasted your years. But the way that, like, you trade Hopkins for a bag of Skittles, David Johnson, and you got rid of your first-round pick the year before. So this year, you're like supposed to be a top 5 pick, but you don't even have it because you got it for the lineman, for Tunsil. So this dude, you have nothing for this guy. You have Will Fuller and him. And you're going to sign a hire a GM, and then you're not going to even talk to your franchise player about it? Like, you're just going to hire somebody and you're not going to inform him? I'm pretty sure, like, if your franchise player has not, I guess, a say or at least input into what they should do. So, I mean, if I'm other teams and I see this, the relationship's rocky. So I'm giving my house for that boy. If I'm the Colts, I'm doing that for sure because he's a baller and he deserves a better team. Yeah, so Colts and Buffalo. I'm not really sold on Buffalo. I mean, Josh Allen's been balling, but I feel like he's inconsistent and just in the playoffs. I mean, they're home, but we'll see what he's made of. Of course, the Chiefs going to be a tough out. Mahomes. That boy's tough. But, I don't know. I think I have faith in the Ravens and Bucks. Mahomes, the Browns. I don't know who the Browns are playing, honestly. I really don't care for them. Baker Mayfield talks too much. Oh, they play the Steelers. They're probably. I think they could beat the Steelers. I think they can, but that's a toss-up game for me. I'm not really gonna watch it because don't really care. I always thought the Steelers are overhyped, so I'm not gonna waste my time. I'd rather read a book or something. That's about my little hobby right now. Has been reading. It just feels good to read and just clear your mind. And the book I'm reading right now is I stepped on my cat. I have a cat in here and I have a dog outside. But it's called Make Your Bed. And it's I just started it, but I've heard about it. I've heard stories about it, and it's about the small things you do. Like, it's so simple, like making your bed every morning. Like, you could do that. Like it says in the book, you achieve the first thing in the morning already. You've achieved one of the first goals is that you made your bed. Like, so far so good. I heard about it, so I want to get it. So I got that. I'm gonna read that book. That's like my hobby. That I want to get a camera, start taking pictures. 2021, it's a new year. I know people say it's still gonna be the same old crap, same old bullshit. But honestly, like, if people use it as motivation to do something good, then let them use it as motivation. 2021 New Year's, if they can start doing something they always wanted to and they're using that as a new year, let them. That's good for them that they're actually doing something, So, yeah, so let people do what they want to do. I like reading. I want to get a camera. I got a whole bunch of other ideas. Hopefully I can use my podcast, or I will use my podcast during the year to promote something else I'm working on. And hopefully I can show you guys. I can't tell you. It's a secret, but it's got some good ideas coming up. So, yeah, this is what the podcast is going to be about. Whatever I want to talk about. If I have guests, or if someone hits me up on Twitter, like, hey, you should talk about this. Or like, hey, you should bring this D-Flow on again and get him mad again. Sure, I'll do it again. I'll bring on D-Flow, push his buttons in front of y'all again. Whatever you guys want to suggest I should talk about, you could hit me up on Twitter. And I'll talk about it. It's going to be a little motivational for you guys to achieve your goals or whatever it is. Or sports. I like talking about sports. So, yeah, stay tuned. This is Dolotime. I appreciate your time. Thank you. First podcast. We made history. Finally did it. Pull the trigger. Shoot or shoot. Let's keep it going. Thank you for tuning in on Dolotime. Have a good night. Bye-bye.